This video is going to be all about Photo-Etch, and it's going to be including the largest pieces of Photo-Etch in this kit. These sections of deck that go on the bow and stern. The first thing to note about this Photo-Etch is that it is very thin. For components like these that are going to be installed flat on top of the plastic deck, that's not a bad thing. I wouldn't want it to be too thick because then you'd see this additional layer of Photo-Etch sitting on top of the deck. So it's good that they're thin, but it does make me a little bit concerned. I hope it's only these Photo-Etch frets that are very thin. If they are all this thin, it's going to make working with this Photo-Etch very tricky. Since this Photo-Etch is so thin, I'm actually a little bit concerned about tearing it when I cut it off of the fret. So I'm going to cut it a little bit back from the connection point and then file the excess off to get a smooth finish. Even when trying to file it, you can see it doesn't file very well. That little tab of excess metal just folds over and actually works back and forward a few times and then breaks off. This is very delicate Photo-Etch. Before I attempt to glue these sections of deck onto the plastic, I'm going to do a quick test fit just to make sure that everything lines up how I expect it to. Starting with the stern section, everything fits fine. This is the more simple piece, so I didn't really expect there to be issues over here. I just need to be sure to correctly align it before I start applying glue, but it fits well enough. As for the bow, here the fit is also good, but I do need to adjust the plastic around the hose pipe openings. It's just a little bit too thick and it's impinging on the Photo-Etch. So I'm going to file that back a little bit and then try again. That's much better. To install these very large sections of Photo-Etch, I'm going to do it by applying glue from the edges and then letting capillary action draw that glue underneath the deck. This way I can precisely align the deck before I apply any glue so I can make sure that it is sitting in the correct position. I will say in the end I do think I did this a little bit wrong. The mistake that I made was that I didn't put glue in the center of the deck, which means it did lift up a bit, so I had to come back and drill holes in certain locations to get glue underneath it. What I should have done is tack down one of the sides of the deck, as I'm doing here with extra thin super glue, and then lift it up and then put glue in the center before quickly flattening it back down again and then gluing the other end in place. That way I would have been able to precisely align it and get glue throughout the underside of the deck. But in the end, not doing that didn't cause me too much of a problem. The main consequence of me not putting glue in the center of the deck is just that it popped up a little bit. I don't know why that happened. I would have thought that it would have laid down flat, but it did pop out a bit. I suppose the metal is slightly deformed, so I did need to get it glued down in the end. Fortunately, getting glue into the middle of the Photo-Etch was easily achievable. As you can see, there are lots of places where Photo-Etch will be installed on top of this Photo-Etch, so I could just drill a hole through the metal and inject the glue underneath it. If I couldn't do that, then I would have had to rip off the deck, or at least the side of it, and put the glue in underneath and then re-glue it down. But if I were to do that, I would also need to remove a lot of the glue that had been applied. It would have been a bit of a mess, so I'm glad I didn't have to go down that route. After gluing down the bow deck, I then repeated the process on the stern deck. Once again, I didn't put glue in the center of the deck. At this point, I hadn't realized that it was going to pop up a little bit and cause problems. So I did the exact same thing and applied glue to the edge of the deck using the super glue applicator. The glue that I'm using here is the same glue that I used on the bow deck. It's just extra thin super glue. Now that the bow and stern decks are installed, I can install the Photo-Etch that goes on top of them. Much of this Photo-Etch comes from the same frets as those decks themselves, which means this Photo-Etch is also very thin. Unfortunately, when I cut off the section that goes underneath the anchor chains, I saw that the metal curled up a little bit. Normally this can be corrected by annealing it with heat, but with Photo-Etch this thin, I'm too scared to apply any heat to it. I think if I were to apply heat to this, I'd just burn straight through it. So I'm going to have to try and straighten it out by just holding it down and gluing it in place. Fortunately, the metal is very thin, which means it does bend very easily. After giving it the same cleanup treatment as for the larger deck pieces, proceed to install it on top of the bow section. Here, the exact same process is used as was to install the deck itself. Although there is one caveat, I don't need to worry about being very precise with the super glue. That's going to make it a lot easier for me to get the super glue on the edge of the Photo-Etch so it can be drawn underneath this section. I was being a lot more careful when I was applying the glue to install the bow and stern sections of deck because of its proximity to the camouflage pattern that I had painted. Super glue remover won't hurt metal or plastic, although it does soften plastic a little bit in my experience. but it will remove paint. It's an excellent solvent for paint. Anyway, as I was saying, there's no issue with getting the super glue around this Photo-Etch. Super glue remover will remove it very easily, and it's just going to make it easier for me to get that super glue underneath the section of Photo-Etch to bond it in place. The next pieces of Photo-Etch to go on are some small hatches. To install these pieces of Photo-Etch, I apply a small drop of medium viscosity super glue to the deck in the location where the hatch needs to be placed, and then I place the hatch onto the super glue. In this case, I'm applying a little bit more super glue than I should, and some of the super glue does squeeze out of the sides of the hatches. But once again, these hatches are on unpainted metal, which is the ideal surface for super glue remover to do its work. There are 2 hatches on the bow and 3 on the stern. Next up are the bollards. I will be installing 4 double bollards in this video. Each of these double bollards come in 3 pieces, a base plate that helps locate the locations of the 2 brass bollards themselves. The brass bollards then slide into these recesses. Since I want the bollard to sit nicely into this recess, I don't want to apply any glue to that area because then it's going to obstruct the installation of the bollard itself. So to install the base plate, I will first place it into its recess on the deck and then apply extra thin super glue to the edge using the super glue applicator. Once the base plates are installed, I can place extra thin super glue into the recess and then insert the bollard into the recess. This is all of the Photo-Etch that I'm going to install for now. There are obviously other pieces of Photo-Etch. You can see the recesses in these sections of deck. The reason why I'm not going to install this Photo-Etch now is because it's just going to make painting more complicated. All of these other pieces of Photo-Etch will create 3-dimensional structures that actually have vertical height, like there's a piece of resin that sticks underneath it or it gets folded into a more vertical shape, unlike these hatches, which are just flat. And that means that I need to paint the edges in the color of the camouflage of the ship. Whereas with the hatches and the bollards with their very flat base plate, I can just simply tape off the area and spray it in the correct color. So to keep the painting simple, this is as far as I'm going to go with the Photo-Etch for now, but the decks still look horrible with all this excess super glue on them, so I need to clean that up. And as I said, the solution to that is super glue remover. Super glue remover works quite quickly, and it's just a simple matter of applying it to super glue using a paintbrush, being careful not to get it in contact with any paint that I want to keep, and then letting it sit there for a few minutes to dissolve the super glue. I do expect that the super glue remover is slowly eating underneath these components and removing super glue that I do actually want to retain, but because there is such a small surface area for it to work on, that doesn't happen very quickly, and I'm able to remove the excess super glue before it debonds the component entirely. After a few minutes removing the excess super glue from the bow and stern deck, it's looking a lot better. This is looking ready for paint, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to first build the first level of the superstructure, and that is what I'm going to do in the next video. If you don't want to wait for the scheduled release of videos and want to watch them when they are uploaded, consider becoming a channel member by clicking the join button below. If you would like to support the channel, like and subscribe, and as always, questions are welcome in the comments. Thank you for watching. Cheers.